Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, how are you? Hoy vamos a aprender los colores en español. Es fácil y divertido. Vamos a empezar. We're going to learn the colors in Spanish. It's easy and fun. So let's get started. Primero, vamos a aprender los colores básicos. Son muy importantes. First, we're going to learn the basic colors. They are very important. Colors list. Lista de colores. Rojo, azul, amarillo, verde, naranja, morado, blanco. Vamos a decirlos juntos. Let's say it together. Rojo, azul, amarillo, verde, naranja, morado, blanco. Let's try again. If I say red, you say rojo. And then I say rojo after you. Red, rojo. Blue, azul. Yellow, amarillo. Green, verde. Orange, naranja. Purple, morado. White, blanco. Of course, there are more names of colors to get the exact tints and hues of each color. Like you can see in this example, I picked purple just to give you an example. So here we have 15 shades of purple. The color like añil, indigo, and púrpura, tiria, are not really used in everyday Spanish and can feel a little bit weird if you use it. Violeta, lavanda, lila, orquídea, malva, ciruela, amatista, azul lavanda, berenjena, índigo, añil, púrpura tiria, magenta, uva, mora, heliotropo. Here we go. We got more colors, and these colors are the ones you're going to practice. So, más colores, more colors. Ahora vamos a aprender algunos colores más. And that means, now let's learn some more colors. Ahora vamos a aprender algunos colores más. So here we go. Negro, rosa, gris, marrón. One more time. Negro, rosa, gris, marrón. Example sentences, frases de ejemplo. We take them in Spanish, and I will just let you know here that you will see some words, like in the first sentence here, La flor es roja. There are some grammar parts here that I will go through with you afterwards. You can see the la, which is the, and then flor is flower. So it's the flower is red, es roja. And I will explain how it works and what es means and how you can use it, and roja. Because if you think about it, you learn that it's called rojo, red. But that's because la flor is feminine, it's la flor, and we are describing it to be red. So that's why it has to follow the feminine all the way through. And that's why it's La flor es roja. But we take that just after these examples. We go through all the colors you learn by using these examples. So let's go. Vámonos. La flor es roja. Read it one more time with me. La flor es roja. La manzana es verde. La manzana es verde. So the apple is green. El sol es amarillo. The sun is yellow. El sol es amarillo. El cielo es azul. The sky is blue. El cielo es azul. El perro es marrón. The dog is brown. El perro es marrón. Now we're going through singular and plural. That means that it's one or two. And when I say two, it's two or more. But one is always one. Just one. And like I mentioned before, when we talk about colors and colors describing something, it will change all the way through the whole sentence. The same is if there are many things, the color also change and has to be plural all the way through. For example, if you look at the first sentence here, La flor es roja, so the flower is red. And it's the same if you look at El perro es negro. So we have two different sentences. One is la and one is el. But it's, in English it would be the same, the dog or the flower. But in Spanish you have to have the same corresponding word going through the whole sentence all the way through. So la flor es roja. You have the la, you see the ending a, because the word flor is a girl word, a feminine. And es means is, roja, and it ends with an a. So the same goes for el perro es negro. It's el for the. It's because perro, the dog, is a masculine, a boy word. El perro es negro. Es, it's still the same, one thing. So it means is. Negro, it ends with an O because it goes back to el perro, the word that we're describing, and that's a masculine word. If we had wanted to have a black flower, it would be negra because we're still describing la flor, and that's a girl word. It would have been negra. La flor es negra. So the same goes for plural. Plural, it means many. So two or more, many of something. So las flores son rojas. You can see the la turns into las. We have the s at the end, and flores, you have the es to make it sound a little bit better in your mouth when you pronounce it. So las flores, but it's still the s. You see the s. And son, it's a plural word for is when it's plural. So it's are. So the flowers are red. So you have to continue the whole sentence. Las flores son rojas. And when we go to the dog, it's the same. You have to add the S at the end of all the words in that sentence. It has to be plural. Every single word has to be plural. So las, you add the S. Perros, you add the S. Son, it means are, so that's a plural. You are, they are, it's plural. Negros, you have the S, so the dogs are black. Los perros son negros. Do you understand? If not, let me know and I will explain one more time in another video. So now to remember the la and el, it's singular. Las, los, plural. And you have to put the S if it's plural all the way through. You take off the S if it's singular, one thing. The verb ser, to be. Here you have it. You have it when it's one person, you can see it's called es. When it's two people or more, it's called son. Here we'll be using the verb ser, to be. Usamos el verbo ser para hablar de colores. So we use the verb ser to talk about colors. For example, por ejemplo, es rojo, es azul. And that's singular. You see that we use es. And if it happens to be that we have many of something, like we're describing them as being green, they are green. Son verdes. Son verdes. So we have es rojo when it's one thing that's red. And es azul, it's blue. It's still one thing. Son verdes. They are green. We use the verb ser to say the color of something, and it's always followed by the color. So, el verbo ser se usa para decir el color de algo. Siempre va seguido del color. I will show you examples how it works. Now we have singular and plural examples, and I will give you a feminine and a masculine example. First, you have el sol es amarillo. You can see that it's a masculine. Why? Yes, because it's el. And when it's el, you have the O of the color at the end. You can also see it's only one sun because it's el. It's not los. It's el. And when it's is, you have the es, not son. So that's why it's el sol es amarillo. The sun is yellow. If we go to the next one, we have la manzana es roja. So the apple is red. You have feminine all the way through, and it's singular all the way through. La manzana es roja. You have the la, the a at the end. You have the singular verb there of es, and you have the a at the end of roja. If it's masculine, el cielo es azul, the sky is blue, you can see that we change. It's now el cielo, but it's still only one. That's why it's es and azul at the end. Azul, you don't see an a or an o at the end. It's just you have to remember, usually when it's not ending with any of those, it's masculine. We go to plural. I give you here the example of a feminine plural. You have las flores son blancas. The flowers are white. So you have the S at the end of all the verbs or the words. The verb, the son, it's the plural version of the verb. So you have las with the S, flores, S, blancas with the S. So it has to go through the whole sentence.